Most of the people download closed skills and use them like ChatGPT with extra steps. Type a command, you get an output, you copy it, you paste it somewhere else, and you repeat it. That is not an automation. That is a workflow with a human copy and paste machine in the middle, and the human is you. In my last video, I gave you 8 free LinkedIn skills: profile audit, headline optimizer, banner generator, post writer, comment drafter, image generator, infographic builder, and they replace $800 per year subscription SaaS tool. If you have not yet seen the video, the link is inside the description below. But here is what I didn't tell you in that video. Those skills, the way I gave them to you, are just the starting point, not the destination. Today, I'm going to show you what happens when you stop treating skills like isolated tools and start wiring them into systems that work end-to-end on autopilot. I'm going to show the actual system that I built: 30 plus closed skills, 0 code, on my entire LinkedIn presence while I sleep. Let's get onto it. Here's mistake number 1, and I made it myself before figuring it out. You download the post writer skill, for example, you run it, you write the LinkedIn post. Great. Now what? You copy the post, you go to LinkedIn, you paste it. You need an image, so you go back to Claude, you run the image generator's case, you create an image, you download it, you go back to LinkedIn, you upload it, you schedule the post. That is 5 manual steps connecting to 2 skills. And the skills themselves, they did their job perfectly. The problem is not the skills. The problem is that you are the connector between them. Anthropic designed the skills to be modular and composable alongside others. Their own documentation says that skills should work alongside others, not assuming they are running alone. When you use them in isolation, you are ignoring the system completely. You are using Claude, you'll be using ChatGPT, one question, one answer, and you go on. Look at this diagram. 8 skills, each one doing its job, but each one is pointing directly to you. Profile audit, headline optimizer, banner generator, comment drafter, image generator. You are the orchestrator. You are the bottleneck. At the moment you close your laptop, everything stops. Now, here's mistake number 2, and it's even the worst one. Some people really feel the pain of running the skills in isolation, and they overcorrect. They build one massive skills MD file, 1,000 line and even more, that try to handle research, auditing, writing, scheduling, image generation, all these at the same time. This sounds smart, but it's not, and here's why. You lose modularity. That copywriting logic inside your mega skills is locked in there. You cannot reuse it for your newsletter. You cannot reuse it in your landing page. You have to rewrite it every time. You lose maintainability. When you need to update one thing, say how image get generated, you are hunting through 1,000 lines of instruction to find the right section, and every other workflow that needs the same logics updates separately. Also, you lose context quality, and this is a big one. Anthropic design skills to load the skill that is needed for the task at hand, and that's how they keep output quality high. A mega skill loads everything at once. The model gets overwhelmed, output quality drops. Anthropic own Grown Marketing learned this. They explicitly broke their ad copy automation into specialized sub-agents, one for the headline, one for description, not because it was easier to write, but because it was producing better results. So both approach fail. Skills in isolation, you are the bottleneck. Mega skills, you lose everything that makes skills useful. The answer is in the middle. You build small focus skills, and that you wire them together with one orchestrator that manages change. This is what is called the skill system. And this concept is not something that I invented. Anthropic calls it sequential workflow orchestration, explicit step ordering, clear dependency between steps, validation at each stage, and it's also the same orchestrator workers pattern that described in their building effective agent guide, where the central agent breaks down stack, delegates specialized workers, and synthesize results. The difference with skill system in core work is that each work is a skill, a reusable set of instructions that loads only when needed, doing these jobs, and passes its output to the next skills in the chain, as you can actually see in the description here. So we have an output of the skills 1, the research that is passing to the next skills, and the generate skills, and the publish skills, and so on. At the end of it, you approve it, and you can store in the persistent database. It can be locally on your machine. For my own, I store it on Airtable. For this to work, your orchestrator needs to understand 5 things. First, skills order. Which skills and what sequence? Which skills run in what sequence? Second, input needed. What each skills require? What each skills need to do its job. Third, output handoff. The output of skill A is used by skill B. You don't need to do a copy and paste. Fourth, human checkpoints. Where do you step in to approve or adjust before the system continues? Because you want automation, no chaos. Fifth, display and delivery. It can be the display output, can be the HTML file, the MD file, the PNG. So how do you want to see the result? So this is number 5 steps. So because you have an input, you have an output, there is a way you want to see your information as an output. So it all depends on how you're going to set inside the skills output that you are expecting. That is it, 5 things. And when those 5 things are wired properly, you get a system that runs from a single prompt and keeps going until it is done. Let me just show you how it looks like in production. I have one of my skill set, my skill system that is called Alga, my AI LinkedIn assistant. How does it work? It's a plugin I built for Claude AI that was my entire LinkedIn sequence, 30 plus keys, all wired together, all running on Airtable as a state layer. And here's a content pipeline. Every step you see here is a separate skill. It starts with scraping. So I have a scheduled task every morning and scrape the latest post from the target profile, thought leaders, competitors, people in my niche. The data lands in Airtable. Next, a news fresh skills, full platform updates and industry news aligned with my content pillar also land in Airtable. And then the content idea skills, read both posts, scrape posts and news and generate 5 to 6 content ideas, score by relevance, freshness, and align with my strategy. I review those ideas and then pick one. There's a newer checkpoint number 1. The draft post skill, take each selected idea and write a full LinkedIn post in my tone or voice. I read my strategy, my voice preference, my content pillars, all stored in Airtable from previous session. After drafting, the generate image skills create branded visual for each post. Then the posts go in my scheduler queue. When the publish times read, the publish skills fire in my Claude AI and publish to LinkedIn via Unipack. And then the post analytics skills track performance, impression, reaction, comment, engagement rate, and write it back to Airtable so that the next cycle of content ideas is informed by what actually performed. The pilot part handled engagement, comment suggestion, read, script posts, and draft comment. I review them. That is a human checkpoint number 2. Then the publish comment post case, publish them to LinkedIn. The entire pipeline run from scheduled tasks. I approve twice. Nothing reached LinkedIn without my approval. Content is half of LinkedIn. The other half is outreach. And Alga has the full campaign engine running alongside the content pipeline. Lead capture skills monitor my published posts. Who reacted, who commented, those people get added as leads with personalized message sequence generated from their comment text. Campaign execute fire every 2 hours. It processes leads through stages, profile view, connection request, wait for acceptance, send DM. I have a check reply scheduled task that run every 2 hours to detect which connection request got accepted. Check replies run every 3 hours to catch when someone responded to DM. And seated underneath all of these is a campaign health monitor. It runs daily at 7 a.m. Check weekly activities against LinkedIn limits and auto post campaign if any account hit 90% of weekly cap. That is how you protect your LinkedIn account from getting flagged. Every one of these separate skills share a state in Airtable. They run on scheduled tasks. I don't touch them unless someone replies, and then I take over the conversation myself. Here's where skill system become truly powerful. Once you have built your skills as proper modular component, they plug into multiple systems. My post writer skill, it fed content pipeline for LinkedIn posts, but the exact skills also fed my newsletter system. Same writing logic, different output format, same quality. My profile fetcher skills is used by campaign NG for lead enrichment, but it's also used by engagement system to refresh target profile data weekly. Analytics used by content pipeline, campaign engine, and weekly reporting. All the same skills, 3 different systems. By the time I had 30 systems running, I only needed 30 unique skills powering all of them. That's the level. You are not rebuilding from scratch every time. Proposing new system from battle-tested component. Now, most skill system people build, they die when the conversation ends. You close Claude, everything stops, and next time you open it, you are starting from scratch. That's because they are missing 3 things. First, persistent state. Alga use Airtable as its database. Every skills read and write states. Strategy leads, posts, metrics, campaign stage, all persist across sessions. When a skills fire tomorrow, it pick up everything where yesterday's session left off. Second, self-healing. Claude handles error gracefully. API fails, retry with backup, missing data, rate limit, pause and resume, no SSH, no server debugging. The skills themselves contain the error handling logic. Schedule tasks. Straight posts fire daily at 5 a.m. Campaign execute every 2 hours. Reply checker every 3 hours. Help monitor dailies every day at 7 a.m. Analytics are every day at 5 p.m. Fire while you sleep. So that is the difference between a skill system that is the demo and one that is a business tool. States make it remember. Self-reading make it reliable. Schedule tasks make it autonomous. So do you want to start building skill system like this? Step 1, build individual skill first. Get them working in isolation. Test them, refine them, and make them solid. Make each one of them one thing really well. Step 2, identify the workflow, map the sequence. Step what fits into what. Where do you need to approve? Step 3, write your orchestrator. It's a skill.mg file that knows the order, the input, the handoff, the checkpoint, and how to display results. Start simple, change 2 skills, then 3, then 5. Don't try to build all of them at the same time. Step 4, add state. Connect Airtable or any database as your persistent layer. Write to it. Now your system remembers. Step 5, add schedule task. Pick the skills that should fire automatically, set the intervals, and now the system runs without you. The 8 skills that I gave you for free in my last video, those are your building blocks. Download them, learn how they work, and start wiring them together. The link is in the description. Skills are component, system are automation. Build them small, build them focused, wire them together, and let them run. If you want to build a system like this for your business, content pipeline, outreach engine, client onboarding, whatever workflow is eating your time, book a call. The link is in the description. Subscribe to my newsletter. The link is under the description there. I send regular update about AI and automation, how it can be applied to your business. I break down everything that I built step by step so you can learn from what I'm actually shipping. And if this video saved you from building a 1000 line mega scale, hit the subscribe button. I will keep showing you what is possible when you build AI system that actually runs. See you on the next one.